Not on.
I have a saying. I do have a saying.
What's your saying?
My saying is, I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. And today is one of those days which I am...
Not having it.
I'm just...
Not having it.
There you go. I mean, we got the like motto down and dusted.
Oh.
It was pretty
See,
good.
I thought you had a different one, which is, it's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
And also, this is
It's
not
good enough.
Good enough.
That's not good enough.
Let's just set this up at least. BTS going around. They're doing their first live performance of Black Swan. Great song, very different and eclectic from some of the other stuff they've done. More ballad than banger, I would say. The performance video was pretty ridiculous as well. What would you think of the performance? Just to say.
The MN artist.
No, yeah, the MN artist.
Because I haven't seen
Pretty
their
crazy.
live stage.
Yeah, I
It was
haven't seen
amazing.
live stage yet. Yeah.
It was really, really interesting.
Different, unique.
Yeah.
Something else to it. A bit of spice there. A bit unique. So they're going around. This is the first live performance they're doing, and they're doing it on James Corden's show, which is fine. They've been on his show a couple times.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times they've been on his show?
I think they went on for DNA era, so 2017.
Yeah.
They were on last year, so this is their third time on the show.
I
Which
thought
is
it
a
was
good
their
amount
second
of
time, but it
times.
might be their third time.
I think this is their third time on the show.
He's definitely
interacted with them. Also,
multiple times.
He's interacted with BTS Twitter and tweeted about them a good amount of times.
A lot.
Yeah.
Very, very large amount. I'm not going to say clout chaser, but you know, clout chaser. Do what you need to do, I guess. He's not big enough. Even sight. I mean, no, never mind. So, unfortunately, there seems to be a hiccup in the programming here. And I don't want to use the R word here, which is racist. But I'm thinking I'm leaning towards the R word here.
Yeah.
Which is...
racist.
There you go. We're good at finishing each other's sentences, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, at the end of the show, apparently, James and his team play hide and seek with the guests. And what did you say? It's a good idea.
I was like, it's quite a good idea, actually, because with the boys...
Yeah.
Once the interview section of their interaction was over, it'd be a good thing to do that would be exciting, fun.
Without any talking.
And so the language barrier wouldn't pose too much of a problem. So it's a good idea. So I was like, oh yeah, and Ashton Kutcher's involved.
He was all game. It seemed like a fun segment anyway, at least for the first 2 minutes. And then James said one thing, and I sort of let him get away with this because it's just a mispronunciation.
Yeah.
Like, that's absolutely fine.
He was, when he found Jimin, he was like, oh, you sit there, Jamin.
He was calling him Jamin. But he referred to him as Jamin the whole time through the entire thing. I don't know if he referred to him as that before.
Yeah, or during the interview.
Throughout this entire video, he was calling Jimin Jamin. For me, you know, it's a problem. It's not that bad. Like,
it's a foreign name. Maybe you just
it's not normal for him.
Stumbled.
Not a problem, really. I don't really see that as a huge issue. He just mispronounced his name. Nothing really wrong with that. Then comes the second issue. The big issue. And I'm going to play the issue right now. I'm not going to put the video in because these motherfuckers claim the videos. They 100% do. So I'm not putting the video. I'm putting the audio in though. If they claim the audio, then this is just fucked. But I'll put it on anyway. Ah, there you go. I'm gonna go back.
Go back.
Right.
So you would think with that, he was pulling along Jungkook. Because
at about between 2:20 and 2:30 in the video, if you want to know
you'd
where
think,
it
be
is.
like, come on, come Jungkook. You'd be like, oh, he's got Jungkook in hand.
Jungkook.
He didn't though, because this was when he saw Taehyung, just before he was like, get out the way, Susan.
Yeah.
And Taehyung was standing there, and Susan was like, dodge, let me get out the shot. And
Susan yeeted off
he
screen.
grabs Taehyung, and Taehyung's standing there trying to be a statue, like,
trying to pretend like
you haven't
caught
noticed me yet.
And he called him Jungkook, so
he said,
technically he didn't catch him. If you want to play the game.
Yeah, you're right.
But
he called him by the wrong name.
Now, while we said the first instance is generally okay.
Yeah.
100%. I'm not going to at anyone for mispronouncing someone's name, especially when it's a non-common foreign name for an American person or a
British person.
It's not,
even.
you know, some people say my name wrong. I don't get an issue with it. I just say, well, it's actually this. If it's that wrong. If it's not that wrong, I'm like, it's fine, don't worry. But this is like leaning towards that racist. This is leaning towards that. Now, it might not... people might say, oh, that's a microaggression or something like that. I don't like... I think it's ridiculous, those things. But I don't think this is a microaggression. I think this is actually outright racism.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually racist.
There are 7 members who's been on your show, I would say
multiple times.
You've had interactions with them.
You've watched their content. You've watched their videos.
And yet, you look at one of them and go... Not sure which one that is. Let me just guess and say, oh, that's Jungkook.
See, I remember when I watched the video like 20 minutes ago, I was like, I'm getting on screen right now, I'm making this, because it pissed me off.
He was livid.
I watched it, and he said, oh, let's go Jungkook, and I looked at it and I was like, the silhouette's wrong. That's not Jungkook.
You could tell him from his
from the
silhouette.
silhouette. I was like, that's not Jungkook. And and then I was like, maybe I'm wrong. It's a dark place. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it was V. He got it wrong, and I could tell from his silhouette. I don't know if that speaks more to me being a weirdo, or him to being more of a dick.
You've seen them enough, like, you're a fan, but even if you're not a fan, if you're going to have someone on your show for the third time, apparently they're going to be doing a carpool karaoke
Man,
together.
that's a terrible idea now.
You can't have them in your car.
I've said he was chasing the whole time.
And you don't know their names.
Nah, it's ridiculous.
I'm not saying you have to be able to identify them by voice as an army, but just know their bloody names.
If he was playing this with, like, the cast of, I don't know, Justice League or the Avengers when Endgame came out, you know, these guys are probably just as popular across the world as someone like Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth in terms of their popularity, really, and their connection to the youth. He wouldn't mistake Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth.
No.
Or Robert Downey Jr. and Mark Ruffalo.
No.
Because that's ridiculous. That's mad. You wouldn't do it because it makes no sense. So why and how do you do it in this case? Like, if you've never met them and you don't watch a lot of their stuff, then I get it.
And you only know one of their names, like, oh, is that Jungkook?
Is that Jin, the handsome one? I get it. I get it.
Who gets that?
I get it. I don't get that. I don't get told I'm the handsome one. Then I understand. But this is someone who spent time with them, who's watched their stuff, whose team have watched their stuff.
Yup.
And I'm sorry, there's no way you're getting out of that and saying that, oh, it was misheard, it was something else. It was definitely what you said. What you said was wrong.
Come on, comma, Jungkook. I'm addressing you, V, as Jungkook.
We don't want to get too grammatical or anything like that, but, like, you're wrong.
You're wrong. That's not okay.
You said the wrong name. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't think it's on.
I don't think that's a good, like, there is honestly no excuse, because if you have someone on your show, you are inviting them to showcase something that they've done. And this was their debut performance of Black Swan.
In the world, right?
Yeah, the whole world. This is their first performance of Black Swan, which is huge.
It's
mad. You can't have someone on your show. The show that is about interviews and meeting people.
Yeah. That's your show.
The whole show is about interviews and meeting people, and you don't know their names.
That's like being you're like I'm Riz Ahmed. Or she's Priyanka Chopra. It's like, no! That's ridiculous!
Totally not.
As in, if it was said in jest, that's different and that's funny. That can be funny.
Yeah, that can be.
But you weren't being funny. You were dragging him along, being like, Jungkook.
That's not okay.
This isn't chill. This isn't good. I'm not saying James Corden should be cancelled or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know the guy. I know people who know the guy. I'm not going to pass judgment on how good or a bad person he might be. I don't know him personally, but, you know. People have said things. So there's nothing really else to say here. I don't want the show to get cancelled or anything like that.
It's not about that.
Because it's not about that type of stuff, but it's just about...
It's about being a good host.
No, it's just about being respectful.
And respectful.
It doesn't matter the race of the person or whatever. It's just ridiculous. So I don't want to say it's racist. But like, I think it's leaning towards that. I really think it is. It's not like you met them for the first time.
No.
You've met them multiple times. You've watched their music videos.
Yep.
You've seen them perform live.
Yep.
You've had them perform live.
Twice. Maybe 3 times even. This might be the third
With
time.
DNA they performed, right?
They performed DNA.
Right, so they've performed at least twice.
You can't be like, oh, Jin, I like your bit, and then accidentally be pointing to Jimin.
This is what Superwoman did. And I added her for it. So you're getting the same type of thing. Where she said, oh, I like the one with like the green hair or blue hair or something like that. When she'd met them at least once, and she'd reacted to their music online.
Numerous times.
And she didn't know their names.
Yeah.
This is the same. Actually, this is even worse. Because you've had conversations with them.
Yeah. The hashtag BTSXJAMESCORDEN is trending worldwide. It's been trending since like 5 a.m. UK time this morning when this started dropping. Yeah. People are like, wow, James Corden, you're doing such a good job.
Promoting them and doing that.
People are like, you've made them feel so welcome,
He's
clearly.
just chasing.
But you don't even know their bloody names.
If this was Jimmy Fallon, he wouldn't have got it wrong.
Jimmy Fallon
wouldn't have got it wrong.
He would not.
He doesn't seem like the type of guy.
And also,
he'd get it right.
He when they've been on his show, he knows them name by name.
Because they're people.
Because that's who, you can't. I can't even express
it's
this.
Crazy.
It's such a mad concept to meet someone. Can you imagine if someone met you and was like,
oh, the 4th time they're meeting you?
Oh, Riz, how? I really liked you in that in that thing. It's not like this is some Zoe Saldana, Tandy Newton.
No, they look like twins sometimes.
These
like,
guys don't look anything alike.
No, apart from being East Asian, apart from being Korean. That's
literally
it.
the only thing.
The beginning, middle, end. That's it.
So it's not on.
It's not on. So that's our 2 pence, 3 pence, 4 pence, 5 pence.
I think we're up to £1.
I think we're up to £1. All right, that's our shilling on it.
Yeah.
So what do you? I don't know what people think about this because there doesn't seem to be anything online about
I don't
this.
think people have clocked.
I don't want to be the guy like, you know.
Bearer of bad news.
I don't want to be the guy, but like this is actually not right.
No.
So like I think I have to be the guy. You have to be the girl. It's what it is. All right, James. Just don't
Get
be
on
such
it.
a dick.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick. Like just they're your guests. Know their names. Right.
It's not too much to ask.
I don't think it is knowing someone's name. I don't.
No.
Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, then please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then James Corden will
Never know your name.
never know. Oh, who really wants him to know? Just subscribe.
Just subscribe.
All right, just subscribe. Been making a video every day,
Every
over
day.
600 days. Not stopping.
Not stopping.
Till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So just
Yes.
Smash the subscribe button. Smash the subscribe button. Just very gently though. Just once, as I say. If you hit it twice, you unsubscribe.
unsubscribe.
That's not useful to anyone. Hit it once, subscribe, come back tomorrow for some more quality, shitty content. That's what we do here.
That's what we do here.
That's what we do here. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been India.
You have been great and we'll see you next time. Skadoosh.